One of the things I find myself building more and more lately are just these simple little wooden knobs. I usually use a carriage bolt and epoxy. I'll show you what I use them here on. So later this week I'll be releasing a video on this mortise jig. During the build I needed to make some wooden knobs, so I figured I'd do a separate video for that. So I'm using them on this. Also, this is my crosscut sled for my table saw. Same thing here. This is a finger joint or box joint jig, and have some J nuts in there, and I can just screw this on to my crosscut sled anytime I need to make box joint jigs. So today I'm going to show you how to make these knobs. They're a pretty simple build. I use them quite a bit. Alright, I'm going to be making the knobs out of this 1x6 piece of oak here I'm cutting. You can see the dowel stop guide in the background. It wasn't quite small enough. I'm doing a 1-inch radius here, so the diameter of these circles is 2 inches. If you keep it set to that radius, you can just go around the circle and make, you'll get 6 perfectly spaced marks around the circumference, which we'll be drilling some holes in here in a second. Here I'm just marking the center of the circles where the point of the compass was. Here I'm drilling those marks I made along the circumference of the circle. These are going to become the grooves in the side of the knob. I used a 1/4 inch drill bit. I should have used something a little bit larger because when you cut around it, it's kind of easy to see any inconsistencies. So next time around I'll use a larger bit. And here obviously just drilling out the center of the knobs to accept whatever bolt you put through there. I usually use carriage bolts. For these ones I have 2 different diameters, so I had to use 2 different sizes. The bandsaw makes pretty quick work of cutting these guys out. It's amazing to me how good the human eye is at spotting inconsistencies in circles, so do your best to follow the line, because if you don't, it will become pretty obvious afterwards. Carriage bolts have a little square lip under the head, so I'm going to compress it here in the vise just to create a relief for when I put epoxy in there. It'll set flush with the top of the knob. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, I invite you to click the subscribe box above. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you below. Thanks again.